Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this amazing conference summit that has been organized by BNC. I'd like to especially thank once again our sponsors. We're all operating at a time of a little bit of a strange and we have to improvise, allow me to say that, and get through the business and get through the Q1 and Q2 this year. We were having conversation offline before we started, and everybody equivocally agreed that this is a time where the industry needs to be together, and organizing this amazing summit at a time like this is hats off to the organizers, hats off to the sponsors, ICGLL, Herman Miller, and my brother Kramadash of the ID Works Global. Although we are head-on competitor, but I don't shy away from the amazing thing that he does, and we learn from each other. As I always say, this is not a race; it's a marathon. And in the marathon, it doesn't matter who wins the crossing line first. It's what cause we're all running for, and that cause is obviously excellence. And then allow me to quote a hadith of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he has told us that Allah loves when you strive for excellence in everything that you do. So everything, as little as how this bottle is placed here, from the pre-concepts and the concepts and the designs and the shop drawings and the deliveries and the post-delivery and epiphany, everything that we do, if we strive for excellence in it, the barakah and the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inevitable and it will come. So I want to give a round of applause to every cameraman, every lighting person, every labor who put the chairs for us. So, and to our sponsors, a big round of applause before we start this work. I'm joined by amazing industry leaders who, allow me to say, are the custodians of this industry. And it's really hard to moderate a session after Vibha and Rabi have already done the opening remarks, so I'll do my best. My name is Fahad Siddiqui. I'm the CEO of AMAQ Design and Build. We've been in Saudi for 26 years. I've been running the show for the last 13 years for the firm. I'm joined today by, sorry. Yeah, our prophet also told us to be honest, so I'll be brutally honest. I didn't find enough time to prepare, so bear with me, everybody. I'm joined by Paolo, John, Aziza, and Ibrahim. Paolo is, as explained by Vibha, he's the Global Director at Masterplanning for ERA. John is the General Manager for CBRE KSA. Aziza is the Country Manager KSA for MillerKnoll. And Ibrahim is the Operations Director for Digital Consultancy at Mace. We're gonna jump right into the questions, and as we were having a discussion of how it is no longer how Rabi did the opening remarks, is no longer how big the structure is. It's more of how adaptable the structure is or the building is, or will it become obsolete after 5 years because of all the technological changes that are happening. So if it looks very good, it was built very fast, it was good quality, but is it adaptable going 5 years, 10 years down the line, or is it going to become obsolete? So this is just a common question anybody can choose to answer, or we can start with you, John. How are design and construction teams adapting to a world where operational readiness is no longer a final phase, but it is a starting requirement? Thank you. And Paolo, I would like you to request you to elaborate on that. When you're doing the master planning, how much of a percentage is the end user or the tenant or the operations team of that property in back of the mind when you're designing master planning for a project? Thank you. I'll add Ibrahim to the conversation now. Ibrahim, we know that Saudi Arabia construction market is around $100 billion, which is, we're contributing 8% towards the GDP of Saudi Arabia. We have a pipeline of almost $1 trillion, and the PIO strategy, which was recently announced, they're tilting more towards domestic. So everything's in favor of the businesses here. Now, having said that, Vision 2030 is increasingly focused on long-term performance. So how can digital strategies improve not just the delivery, but the entire life cycle of the assets? Thank you, Rahim. Aziza, now we know at MillerKnoll, you guys have the think global and act local. Now, as Vision 2030 is accelerating and we're only 3.5, 4 years away from it, how is MillerKnoll adapting its global workspace and ergonomic strategies to meet the evolving priorities here in Saudi Arabia? Gotcha. John, as Saudi Arabia is moving toward a more disciplined, value-led developments, how are you as CBRE seeing the role of advisory evolve in shaping not just the individual projects, but the urban and the investment strategies as well? I want to involve some finance in this as well too. So sorry, let me here. Do you want me to say without the mic? So I'll repeat the question. It's how are you as CBRE seeing the role of advisory evolve, shaping not only individual projects, but entire urban and investment strategies? And building on that, Paolo, and also with what you said at the beginning, you emphasized on understanding how people relate to spaces. So how is this insight translated into measurable design decisions in the large master plans? Perfect. Now, a very interesting question for you, Ibrahim. And we as humans, we like to talk about a lot about digitization and digital and AI and robotics and drones and 3D printing and modular construction. But a very interesting question that I have for you, Ibrahim, is in 5 years, what will differentiate projects that truly leveraged digital from those that simply adopted the language? So we hear a lot of noise and a lot of, a boom about digitization and AI and all these prompts engineering and blah, blah, blah. But then a lot of companies are just talking about it and not really applying it as it should. So I want to know in 5 years, how are those two projects going to look different? Thank you, Ibrahim. Aziza, I just want to pull you into the conversation of looking ahead from where we are now. How do you see Saudi Arabia shaping global workspace design, particularly in creating high-performance environments that respond to regional needs? So again, a bit of localization or how you're overcoming that challenge. Great, thank you. John, similar to what Aziza said, what do you think will distinguish successful real estate strategies in Saudi Arabia over the next 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, or post Vision 2030? Perfect. Thank you. I think we're running out of time. I can see the behind standing over there. So we'll just open the round for a question or two if anybody has from the great leaders that we have. And fully agreed with, aligned with skepticism is the word that you said. And it is what we are navigating through in this moment of time and where speed matters a lot. Resilience is in this industry, is in this economy, it's in this region. And I have no doubt that we're going to overcome that. We just have to navigate very carefully. To the project leaders, to the project developers, to their clients, we always say that early involvement of all parties on the project, being transparent, sharing the data, sharing the budgets, especially in a market where we are right now, sharing and openly trusting each other and sharing the budget with your fit-out firms, with your designers, with your contractor, with your vendors, with your modular partners, whoever it is going to add value. So once you've trusted them, learn to be open with them and share whatever you want. And that is going to add true value. And that is going to bring essence and quality and speed. And the fact that the buildings are going to be resilient, as well as the structures that we're going to build for the long lasting years and decades to come. If anybody has any questions, please, stage is yours, and then we're going to close out. Are you guys awake? Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I think that it could either be a good thing or a bad. Thank you, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everyone.
Lady stage. Thank you.
Paolo, what a pleasure to meet you. Ibrahim, that was amazing. Thank you, Aziza.